have to say. If you have any questions about my stuff, I'll be on for a little while to help, and that's all I got to say for now.
Okay, Ralph, glad to have you on with us tonight. Okay, and then next we've got Steve.
Hey guys, Steve Lale, Lexington, South Carolina. Been modeling for a while. Still not real good at it, but I sure have fun doing it.
Nice to have you with us tonight, Steve. What are you working on right now, Steve?
I'm still plugging away at my little Munsters coach, trying to get that out of the way before I can start the JJ prize.
Okay, that's a cool little kit. I like that one.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Okay, up next we got Jack here with us again.
Hi, I'm Jack. I hail from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I just got back into the hobby about a year and a half ago, designing a scratch build, but I realized that I am really rusty on my technique and my ability. So I'm building a few kits. I started a YouTube channel, and I have the Voyager disaster in the chat box, so if you'd like to see that. I put it on my Google Plus, and I got some terrific ideas on what to do with the destroyed kit. There's a young lady in England who did Year of Hell, which turned out an amazing Voyager model. It's not done yet, but what I saw was just completely amazing. And it was suggested that after 7 years in the Delta Quadrant with no dry dock servicing, yep, I think I made the Voyager look like it has never been serviced. It's on the video. It's on the video, so I explained what I did and what I'm going to do about it. And so eventually, maybe over the winter, I'll design some scratch kits and get them started next year.
Well, very cool, Jack. That's a nice kind of tip for modelers out there, is that there are always alternatives, and you still have for use for that kit. So very cool idea.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I saw your video. You've actually started now on a second kit, right? You got all the windows cut out on it and everything?
Yes, I got the windows cut out on the primary hull. That's the two parts that I destroyed. The secondary, the engineering hull is fine. I did not prime it yet. I primed the primary hull, realizing I should have done it because I was wrestling with putting windows in. And I ended up purchasing dental acrylic, which should be here by Friday. So once I get the windows in, and they have to be masked off, this is why the windows are going on so soon, because the holes provided by Revell are too large. Some of them are 2 windows, some are 3 windows. So I've got to get the dental acrylic in there, mask it off, and then continue on my happy way. So, and I'm also doing a 22-inch cutaway Enterprise. I'm waiting for parts. And I'm also waiting for parts again on the Voyager. I've been waiting a week. I got them, and I destroyed it.
Okay.
Jack,
well, I'm sure a lot of people. Go ahead, Kenny.
Okay, I was just going to ask Jack if he's ever dealt with that dental acrylic before.
No.
Well, if you get it on too thick, your windows, I mean, if you want to put different thicknesses in the windows, it will give you different illuminating effects. But I used it on my Daedalus, and in spots it got too thick, and I had to take a Dremel and kind of grind it out so my lights would shine through the windows nicely. And there's still, some of them were too dark. So
I seen Steve Mill use it several times on his video. And I think I'm about to see Simon use it. It's actually funny. I sent him a message asking, where do you get dental acrylic? And about an hour later, I saw his video and I watched it, and there he goes. He shows it. He already posted his dental acrylic, so I pursued it from that point. So I'll probably see him do that in the very near future.
Yeah, I just wanted to give you a heads up because.
Oh, well, thanks. I really appreciate that.
Well, that was the first time that I'd ever used it, and like I say, some of them turned out great, and then the others, I'm like, what in the world? So I take my Dremel tool and kind of grind them down.
Well, thanks for the heads up, Ken.
Not a problem.
Yeah, that's great. That's what these hangouts are for, is to share that kind of information and stuff. And looking forward to seeing how you work with that stuff, Jack.
Oh, I'll definitely videotape how I'll do that because I, on the first try, I didn't show how I did the photo etch, and I changed my mind. I'm not going to grind the bridge roof off and put the photo etch on because I like the thickness that's on the kit. The photo etch is a lot thinner, and after the paint and everything, it'll probably disappear. So I'm going to leave it the way it is.
Okay.
Okay, I got my thing working now.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I had to reinstall.
Oh yeah, yeah, that'll happen. This Google thing is kind of on again, off again.
Yeah.
Okay, up next we got Kenny May here. Kenny, introduce yourself and tell us what you're working on.
My name's Kenny May. I live in Panama City, Florida, and it's hot. Not as hot as San Antonio. What I'm working on right now is this beautiful cloaked Klingon battle cruiser. As you can see, I've got it all light blocked. Oh, wait a minute. Here it is. But I've kind of bold on this project. I started 3 at one time. Yeah, I don't have any sense. I watched Matt work on his Enterprise D, his clear version, and I pulled that out. I've got the masks that I got from Richard Long. They do not want to stick to this thing, so I'll be scratching, I'll prime it and then scratch the windows back off. I'm working on, I don't have it up here with me, it's down in the shop, but I'm working on a 2001 Discovery 1 from Space Odyssey 2001. And
Oh, I like that one.
yeah,
Yeah, I'd like to get a kit of that myself. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Chris Larson, basically Larson Designs Discovery 1. It's 32 inches long. It's pretty cool. It's
Very
a headache. I mean, the parts, I'm like, oh, I can't see this part. But I finally got them together. But I'll give an update on that pretty soon.
Excellent. Now, is that a resin kit, Kenny?
It is. And it's got like 1.2 million pieces to it. Yeah, but like I say, it goes together pretty good. It's just when if you don't have your nice magnifying glass, the pieces are really little. So, but that's about it for me. I mean.
Well, we're glad to have you tonight, Kenny, and thanks for sharing that with us. That sounds really fun.
It is. Thanks for having me. Like I say, appreciate it.
No problem, buddy. Up next, we got Dave here. Dave, how's it going tonight?
Well, I finally made it on. I had my older computer corked out on me the other night, so I got my newer one and I got to figure it out. But I've been working on my Katinga here. I'm going to have to move this because I'm not used to my camera. Can you see it?
Yes, it looks cool.
We sure can.
I've been letting it run, but I'm working on the torpedo bulbs and that. Getting it lined up in there.
Very cool, Dave.
Nice.
And this is the AMT repop Katinga, right? And you're doing the
doing the Starling
sound
board.
effects and
doing that Starling board with sound effects, and then Elliot Brown's photo etch.
That's right. Yeah, Elliot's got that nice set of photo etch parts for that model. Very cool.
I like this basement better than mine.
Ralph, I think this is the first time I've ever caught you being on.
Hey, Dave, how you doing? How you been?
How you
doing? I do remember you.
Well, that's great, Dave. Really cool. Thanks for joining us tonight. Up next, we got Adam here.
Hello.
And Adam's been doing some really cool work. What you working on, Adam?
Well, I got 2 projects going. I have the Orion Space Clipper from 2001, A Space Odyssey, and it's a 1/160th scale. And I'll show you where I'm at now.
Yes, please.
Here it is.
Oh, isn't that beautiful?
Oh, that's
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
Look at all that panel work he's done on that, guys.
Mhm.
Nice, nice.
Looks just like it came off the studio lot.
Wow.
Very
It's
nice, Adam.
beautiful, Adam.
Thank you. The only thing that slacks now is just the final coat of satin. Of course, like I say, the climate's not cooperating with that. After that, it'll be finished or be going to extend. And second project is something from a Japanese cartoon. It was known as Robotech, but it's originally known as Macross.
Okay.
This one is actually finished, but we got a few more tweaking to do on this guy.
Nice.
Oh, isn't that cool? Yeah. And
Wow.
these are the. I'm not very knowledgeable about Gundam anime, but these are transformable and all that, movable.
That's correct. There's a few different flavors of robots, or whatever you want to call them. I guess they're referred to as suits. There are ones that are non-transformable, which has like big old gun pods on them and things like that. And the rest of them are called the Veritech. So I'm not real good at transforming this just yet. I don't practice it a few more times. But this, if I can find a picture for you guys to show you what it would look like. Hold on.
Okay. I see Wally has made it in too. Welcome, Wally.
How you doing, boy?
I'm doing great.
Good.
Ah.
Oh, look at that.
That's
Oh,
what it's
yeah.
supposed to be once you get into what they call the Batroid mode. And then there's an in-between where it looks like it's half airplane and it has some arms sticking out, some legs, stuff like that. But it's
That is cool, Adam.
thanks. It's fully articulated. He's posable at the ankles, the joints, hips, knees, head, everything. So you can make him an action pose or whatever you want. And well engineered, but it's very, very fragile. So it's not like the toys that they come out with, but you can probably transform it every once in a while, but you know, you can very easily wreck any painting that you can do, or the decals, all that, because there's a lot of pointy parts on it. That's what I've got going on in my little world.
Yeah, it's very fragile, so it limits the time you can play with it.
That's correct. Very much so.
Okay, Adam, well, can you tell the viewers a little bit about where you got the model kits or where they can find them if they're interested in that, in the Space Clipper and the...
Oh, certainly. The Space Clipper is widely available. This is at a Mobius model. You can get it from, I'm trying to think of the name of the site now, Cult TV Man. He usually has it on his site, and you can also get it through, I think they call it Auto World or Moto World. It's through Round 2. And they're not very expensive. I think I paid like $26 for the thing.
nice.
Yeah, and the Macross model, I got it through Hobby Link Japan, and you actually pay a little less for it getting them from a direct. I think it was like around $36, $37 US, and if you want to get it here and intact, the best thing to do is to get it shipped through FedEx International, and you can get a, I think it's like a what would they call it, economical rate, and you can get it within a week.
Very nice information. Yeah.
Yeah, now you can get it through U.S. distributors, but you'll pay nearly double retail on it because of the duty tax, and then still got your shipping at whatever they're going to charge you. One thing to bear in mind is that if you're interested in the Japanese kits, there's a couple things to consider. None of the instructions are in English. You may want to search around. Some fellow modelers have them translated to English. The other part is that their availability here in the States is kind of limited. So they're real popular. So if you go to, say, like Starship Modeler, for example, they may be out of a particular one you want for quite some time. So if you're kind of pressed, you can go just order directly from Japan, and they usually have them in stock.
Okay. Very good info there, Adam. Appreciate that. I know that's a very popular subject, the Gundam line.
Oh, you
So
know
that's
it.
very. Okay, I see Dave made it back. Welcome, Dave. He locked up again, guys. Yeah, this Google thing can be a little bit hard on your connection, so.
Well, in the meantime, I have a question for Ralph.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to make an attempt on my Voyager to electronically flex my pylons, my engines. Basically, I need to move a cable 3 millimeters. And the way I'm doing it is with a pair of levers and a solenoid. And I haven't gotten it yet, but I believe the solenoid will extend a half an inch.
Okay, like we talked about. Okay, yeah.
Yes. My thinking is that as soon as I hit it with 12 volts, it's going to go pop.
Right.
If I hit it for like a 1.5 volts, which it's capable of, it might be too weak to move this.
Right.
So, is it possible to gradually increase the voltage in the solenoid?
Theoretically, ideally, a solenoid wants to be banged on and banged off. In
Okay.
other words, full power, whatever it is, and then you take it away. Now, the other question I have is, Jack, what's the current that the solenoid is going to pull?
How much current?
Yeah.
I don't know yet. I haven't gotten it yet. I haven't put it on my power supply to see how much current it's pulling.
Okay, because typically typically solenoids draw a lot of current. I'm not sure. You probably have a very small one, so it may be okay.
Yeah, it's probably going to be as big as my last knuckle on my thumb.
Okay. Yeah, just to be on the safe side, that's all. But how are you going to generate this voltage you're going to switch it with?
Well, turning it on.
That's just your normal on-off switch.
Yes, on-off switch with a 12-volt power supply.
Right, that's my point. How are you going to generate the 3 volts or the 2 volts or whatever that you were thinking of?
That's why I'm asking you.
All right, okay.
12 volts
Okay.
might generate 3 volts for you. Then.
Yeah, we can work out a little circuit to generate. You can try. Do you have a variable power supply?
A variable power supply? No. The only way I can think of doing it is putting a potentiometer on it.
Yeah, but that is a problem because it'll self-limit the current because of the potentiometer. But it would be nice if you had a little variable power DC power supply. That way, the solenoid will pull the current it wants or needs, and you can see what voltage it works best at. With a potentiometer, you're going to mask some of that result, but you can try it.
How can I knock it down, though? If I find that out, how can I knock it down?
Well, once we find out the voltage, we can use a regulator, an adjustable regulator.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So depending on the voltage, you might have to need just a regular regulator, or we can work on a little adjustable regulator. Not a big deal, but a lot of I understand you guys don't know about this stuff.
Well, I know as we talked several weeks ago, I do know fundamentals about electronics. And
Okay.
regulator is like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. When I get the solenoid, I'll play with it and see what happens. And if I get to a corner, or should I say I paint myself in a corner I can't get out, I'll call you.
No problem.
Jack, I could have swore I saw one of those little variable power supplies like the one I've got on your bench when you were doing something.
Oh, I do. I have a DC power supply that is variable. That's how I'll find out how much current it'll draw at what voltage.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes, I got that.
I'm sure a lot of people would like to hear how you work that out, because everybody wants those nacelles to move on their Voyager, right?
Yes, and it's quite possible. I already worked out the mechanics. Now I need the power that will supply, the power that will move the mechanics. I already got the mechanics down. I will definitely share the information because, like I said, scratch builds is what I'm into, and this is the very kind of thing that is very much scratch build. So
yeah, the old Playmates Voyager had that same setup. Have you ever tried locating one of those and dissecting it to see what they did with it?
well, I located quite a few on eBay, but I don't have the near $100 it takes to buy it just to dissect it. So
Gotcha.
I'd rather experiment with my mistakes and learn that way.
Come on, Jack. Where's your enthusiasm?
That's my enthusiasm.
I got a question for Ralph, if I
I
can
already
ask it.
spent some blood on this model. Might as well do some tears, too.
It's okay. It's okay. We know that your enthusiasm is limited by your cash flow. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I think we have a question from David for Ralph. Go ahead, Dave.
Your phaser array that you sell for the Enterprise D and the Enterprise E,
Yes.
could that be adapted for Voyager?
It probably can, Dave. I mean, the circuit is very simple. I don't happen to have I made a statement before, and I'll say it again. Eventually, I'll have controls for all the starships, just about, that's out there. But it's going to take some time.
Right.
But if you know with the Voyagers, if you have a Voyager model, you can take, because my instructions give you a schematic of how the LED 1 through whatever, right?
Right.
It's up to you to put it where it really belongs.
Okay. Well, I wasn't sure how that all mounted on there, to make how it moves to the different spots.
Okay. Well, the LEDs would go on like a semicircle, like a horseshoe, and you have to decide how far you'd have to glue them in,
Okay.
Okay. Or you can use my LEDs, or you can use surface mount LEDs. But whatever you use, you're going to need to hot glue them on the back side or the inside of the saucer section.
Okay.
And before you hot glue them, I guess you'd want to space each LED a certain amount of space. So, by the way, it should be diffused, so it gives it, because I've seen one guy that he took my circuit, and the way he diffused it, it actually looks like the video in the show, firing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it charges from the extremes, like the right to, it'll say from the right side and the left side, and then it'll come right in the center and fire. But this new design fires from 3 separate locations: center, right, and left.
Right.
So you'll get a charge up action, and then it'll culminate to that LED that's going to fire. Okay. So you can actually use it for any ship, because
that's what I was wondering, because I did the D, so I know what the phaser banks are like on it, and I've got Voyager. I got to look at it, but that's why I was curious. So.
Yeah, you can, because you guys know more than me on some of these ships as far as the way it's got to look. I just give you the raw material.
Right.
And,
okay.
You guys put it where you want, and they'll have the same action.
For some reason, I'm losing my voice.
It's okay, I understand.
I'd like to interject here. I did contact Ralph about the flash when the warp engines go into warp. And he created a circuit for me as big as a postage stamp, which is ridiculously small. But Ralph was good enough to be patient with me. He sent me 3 videos in timing, and he asked me to choose one. And I hope that whenever I get this finalized and put together and see the effect, I think it would be a good addition. Because quite frankly, I don't believe you don't have very many things for the Voyager specifically. However, what you built me would be good for the D, the Enterprise D as well, because on the show it does the same thing. It ramps up, flashes white, and then goes full intensity blue. So I'm really really looking forward to seeing how that'll work out. I haven't tried the circuit board yet because I'm not that far along in my design.
Jack, I worked so quickly for you, so hard to get that to you, and you haven't done anything.
You know what? Hey, since I am waiting for parts, I think tomorrow I have a full day, so I'm going to be working on a nacelle, and we'll hook it up to your circuit board and see what happens. And
Okay,
we'll go from there.
love to see how that goes.
Definitely tomorrow.
Very cool. Okay, well, we've got Wally that made it back in here. Wally, you want to introduce yourself and talk about what you're doing a little bit?
No.
He's honest.
Well, you party for Wally.
You gotta love honesty. No, I'm not going to introduce myself.
Wally with Starfleet Model Academy just finished the TOS 1 through 50, going on to a dataless scratch build, and finishing up my captain's chair, which is in the garage. And
The one you're shipping to me, right?
yeah, we're going to talk about that one, I guess.
I don't know. I sent him my mailing address.
Yeah, you did. Did you get anything?
Not
It
yet.
looks like you got a wuss there, Wally.
I just got a little stuff to get done, and we'll be back on YouTube Sunday, as a matter of fact. We'll start with the new series.
Awesome, Wally. Well, I'll definitely be tuning in. You say you're building the dataless next, the scratch build job?
Yeah, we're going to start that, and in between there, we'll be throwing in the rest of the captain's chair. So
Very cool.
I was out there playing with it today a little bit.
It'll be interesting to see how you do that dataless.
It's going to be fun. What we did was we might even go on a couple field trips with the camera when we're picking up the stuff and looking for the parts to make it work. You know, 'cause I'm always looking for.
Oh, very cool.
Like, I don't know about Ralph much, but I was messing around with these little things just the other night. They're the flickering candles that you buy at the dollar store. And if you take them apart, there's a little LED in there with a switch, and it flickers like a regular candle. And you can use it for your thrusters on the 350 or whatever it is that you're trying to build. But they work out pretty neat.
Well, Wally, I've got something for you on that. You can go to eBay and look up lighthouse LEDs.
Yeah.
They actually sell the LED by itself that does that very thing. You don't even need a circuit with it. You just wire it up and it'll do that
cool.
flickering effect. Yeah, they have them in different colors. A lot of us have been buying them in just the clear. That way you can paint them whatever color you want, or just dip them in some of that Tamiya colored paint, and away you go. I mean, they work. I don't know if you saw the Katinga that I built up where I did that little engine flickering effect, but those are the bulbs that I used for that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look real good. You know, the 3 Klingon ships that I'm working on, and I blame Boyd for this, but I'm going to put the flickering LEDs in my impulse engines as well.
Very cool.
Love that effect. Love that effect.
I saw that you were building that, Kenny. What size are those?
That's a 1/537 scales.
Okay, so there's 3 of them then.
Yeah, I got 2 Katingas and then the original series battle cruiser. I'm assuming that may be a 1/650. I'm not sure. I kind of lost the box a while back on that one.
The way you're building them like that is going to look neat.
Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, did you get my gold press latinum for that cloaking device there? I was waiting.
I said I was at work earlier when I posted that, and
see, you can have this.
Back on there.
This is what you could have right here.
It's cloaked right now.
It is, yeah. It kind of bothers me because you really can't see all the lights and the weathering and stuff, you know. But it'll come back around.
In his build thread, I asked him what the cloaking device cost him.
Hey, and I cut you a good deal, you know. I mean, 10,000, bars of gold press latinum. Come on, that's a deal.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Well, there's a guy on YouTube who's a good friend of mine. I don't. Some of you guys may tune in. Chris over there at Classic Plastic 101.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of you guys have checked him out or not. He's lots of different kind of builds. You know, some science fiction, some figures. He's really good, but he posted a really clever video one day showing off his cloaked Romulan bird of prey. And of course there was nothing there, but you know, the whole 20 minutes or so he's talking about all the detail on it and everything and what he did to build it and all that. I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah, Chris is a character.
Yeah, I really enjoy his stuff.
Yeah, he used those flickering candles like that in that Munster's house that he's doing, the living room.
Yeah, that's turning out really sweet too. He's got quite the imagination. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I'm still floored by the floor. You know, the way he weathered
Floored
that
by
floor.
the floor.
Floored by the floor.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you were going to catch that or not. But,
Okay, well, we've got somebody new that just made it in. It's Eric. Welcome again, Eric.
Hello, everybody. Starbucks parking lot tonight.
Okay.
did you bring coffee for all of us?
No, they
Eric's
usually
always on the go.
they close at 9 o'clock, always just before I get here. So I don't know what their problem is. I think they have a little tracking device in my car, seeing I'm in that way and they close up. So they usually buy about 2 coffees from me. And then one of those guys who gets a little hyper as soon as he gets the first taste of coffee. So I don't drink it too much, but when I drink my coffee, you know it.
Well, we're glad to have you with us again tonight, Eric.
Thanks.
We're just kind of kicking it around the room here, and everybody's talking about what they're working on. And I wanted to ask Ralph, too. Ralph, have you got anything that you can talk about, anything new you're working on or upcoming, anything?
No, I don't want to give any information to my competition.
Okay.
Surely,
Not even for us, Ralph. Come on, Ralph,
surely you don't think it's any of us. Come on.
I already said, well, actually, I let the cat out of the bag. I said I'm going to have all the ships.
Well, Ralph, I'm gonna let you in a little secret what I'm working on.
What you working on?
Organizing my junk. That's what I've been trying to do. Finding tools here and there, paint, models, projects I've been working on, getting it all together, trying to organize it.
That's important.
Yes.
Yep, that's important.
And to hide it from the kids.
They're going to come steal it on you.
Yeah.
Hey, but if you guys are like me, it doesn't matter how organized I get. I can take a screwdriver from one side of the shop to the other, and it's lost by the time I get to the other side of the shop.
Kenny,
Yep.
that happened to me. I took something off my motorcycle 3 weeks ago. I put it down. I know where I put it. I can't find it.
I got an easy answer for that. Don't use screwdrivers.
Or either duct tape it to my hand.
Duct tape works. Trust me.
Last night I was cutting out decals for this JJ prize, and I think I lost my scissors about 6 or 7 times in 20 minutes.
You got to chain them to your table.
Yep. I swear there's like a fourth dimension or something that they slip into once in a while, and then they're just messing with me. Then they come back.
Like the sock monster.
Same thing.
Yeah, I had trouble with my respirator today. I was doing the light blocking on the Klingon ships. In there by my paint booth, I'd spray it down, walk away, take my respirator off, and then search for 15 minutes for the respirator. Like, what the hell did I do with my respirator?
Well, what you supposed to do in that time while you're waiting for it to dry, keep your respirator on and do your best Darth Vader invitation.
Yeah, and heaven knows, don't ever paint anything without a respirator on.
How about outside? Yeah. That's my spray booth. I usually go outside with a can of spray paint.
So you got the world's largest paint booth.
Yes.
Yeah.
When I I can.
I would go out
But
in
the
my
last time I
backyard.
painted, let's see, was a 350 scale Battleship New Jersey modern. Man,
Oh yeah.
Jersey. So yeah, that's
Oh, that's a nice one. That's got to be
yeah.
about 3 or 4 feet long, eh?
Yes, it was a nice model when it lasted in one piece.
Good
Ah,
evening,
children
gentlemen.
again.
No
Oh, no,
movie
it-
accident.
Okay.
Oh, my old battleships from when I was a kid succumbed to firecrackers and BB guns, unfortunately.
Yes. Especially if you got a little body of water laying around.
Yeah, that's exactly what we did. Yep, had our own little sea battle. Okay, well, we got somebody new that made it in. Richard, good to see you, Richard. How are you tonight, buddy?
Well, after having 2 nights of no sleep, I'm not doing bad.
Uh-oh, no sleep. Were you up working on your Enterprise or what?
Hell no.
And what's your name?
I'm an insomniac, so. And then I was on set yesterday for Heartland, and today I didn't do absolutely anything that I was supposed to do. I just, you know. Hi, everybody.
Hey, Richard. How are you?
Hi.
I will not
Well,
bore
we've
you
been
with my
kicking it
tales
around the
of
room,
woe.
Richard, talking to people about what they're working on and all that good stuff. Got some exciting stuff everybody's working on.
Well, I know, well, everybody knows what I'm working on anyway, but since the disaster on my nacelles, I've kind of stepped back for a couple days to kind of re-evaluate what I'm doing with it. And for anybody that doesn't
Okay.
know what the disaster was with the nacelles, I had them standing like this on a table, and the cat went by and knocked the table, and they went dunk, and then rolled on, or actually fell onto the concrete cement here in the basement, and cracked the entire length of the joint.
Oh,
Oh, that's
So
not good.
I have now filled it in, and it is fully cured with epoxy. Now I have to sand it back down, round it out, get the shape right again, and repaint it, because it was painted.
So where's the cat?
yeah.
Not in my studio.
The cat still has a roof over his head, or is he off
Yeah,
on
I
his
got a
own now?
wife who won't let me kill him.
He wants to eat them, I'm sure.
I hear neighbors'
Yeah.
dogs are good for that.
For all the PETA viewers, you know, that are watching the live stream right now, you know, cats, nobody loves them. Except for the Chinese. Oops.
Yeah.
Outside voice.
Oh no,
Or-
that would be all of us who like them because they're in the Chinese. Got it.
Or if you have a mouse problem.
We don't have a mouse problem, so. But
Yeah,
he's
can't
been
see
with
much
us.
use for him, man.
So I guess we gotta keep him.
Yeah, cats are not always good mousers, because I had a cat and he would walk by and it's like, hey, I seen a mouse over there. So, and you look at him like, why'd I have you here?
That's not my job.
That's when you.
It's not a
That's
contract.
yeah, that's when you start cutting back on the cat's food.
No, then they just complain more. You can't do that.
Well, I
Who's
gotta
everybody
run,
working?
so
Yeah.
I will see you all soon.
Okay, Dave.
Take care,
Great
David.
to have you on tonight, buddy. Good work
Yeah.
on your Katinga. It's looking
Oh
awesome.
yeah, we'll talk to y'all soon.
Take care, David.
See you
Okay,
later.
Dave.
Bye, Ralph.
Bye-bye now.
Later, Dave.
All right, guys. Well, I haven't shown my little show and tell yet for tonight, so we'll look at the
Are you bragging
fill some
again?
time here.
You're bragging again. I like that.
I know.
Here's the
I'm on the
latest
SFMA, right?
on the.
And every post is like, hey, I'm here because of TrekWorks. I'm like, yeah, really? Okay.
Sweet.
Here's the latest on the JJ prize.
I like the engine on the Cellcast,
Looking
but
good.
I hate the engines. I like the lights, but I hate the engines.
trying to get you a shot if you can see the Aztec patterns there on the.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Let's see here.
I can tell.
And then we got the dish on here.
Nice. Hey, is that Ralph? That is Ralph.
Hey, Richard.
Hey, buddy.
How you doing?
Tired of shit, but thanks for asking anyway.
Get some sleep, will you?
I'll try to.
So things are just about done with that one. About another hour or so of putting the rest of the markings on, and that one will be finished.
Boy, I have a question
Pretty
about
happy with
your lights on that JJ.
Sure.
On the top of the engine, did he actually have that light in the first movie?
On the top engines, you mean the little round ones on the top, just behind the Bassards?
Yeah, the police sirens ones.
Police sirens. I'm not sure if they do or not. I'd have to go back and look at that. But I like this one, so I'm going to leave.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, they kind of flash kind of cool with Ralph's spinner boards reflecting up through there, so I'm going to leave them on there.
Yeah, I like the lighting effect, but I still hate the engines for some reason.
Yeah, boy, you've done a fantastic job on that.
Well, Ralph,
they've been called clown shoes. They've been called the Doomsday Machine. I think a lot of different things.
Ralph, you'll be happy to know anybody that asks me about lighting in the modeling community that I've been talking to other than sci-fi guys, I tell them to call you.
Okay.
So I'm pimping you out, dude.
No problem. Hey, I was working on that board you're gonna need.
Oh, were you?
Yep.
Oh, very cool. Can't wait to do the review. And it'll be a much better review than the last one, I promise. I'll have all the information.
Come on now, it's like nothing like having a bunch of a-holes in suspense here. Yeah, I was working on that board. Yeah, okay.
He needs a nav board.
Yes, I need a nav board.
Yeah, in case you guys don't know me, I love to joke around. If you read my posts on the board, I'm just there to have fun. I mean, I used to hate sarcastic people, and I think I'm like in the top 5 now.
You become what you hate, huh?
Hey, I had to be good at something.
Hey, Wally, nice to see you.
Wally.
Turn your mic on, Wally.
You may have gotten muted again, Wally, when you came back in.
Sure did.
There he is.
He's just thumbs up.
Yeah.
Wally, long time no see, buddy.
I keep getting kicked off, so I don't care,
Are you still using dial-up up there?
I love tail. I got my grandmother holding the light out in the yard out there.
She's out there cranking that thing, right?
How
much longer?
Got her pedaling one of them generator bikes.
Damn right.
Well, I've upgraded from Moose to Caribou internet, so.
Crank it a little more, Grandma.
You want to eat? Pedal.
Boy, you got anything back there unusual behind you?
Now that you mention it, some of you guys have seen this before. I'll tilt the camera up here a little bit. We got these.
Here, I thought I was a pimp.
You can see there we got the second space battleship Yamato that came in today, and that's the one on top that I'm actually going to be building. So starting this weekend, I'm going to start I'll do an out-of-box review on it on the channel there, and then we're going to start the build on that one. That's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, that's going to be a nice model. I love the remote control with the thing. Works all the guns and.
Yeah, it's shaped like the actual gun they use on the show.
Right.
To fire the wave cannon. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's
really neat.
Yeah, I remember seeing that somewhere. What all does the remote control do? I know it moves the guns and stuff, but what else does it do? I know it makes sounds.
Well, it activates the wave cannon. It activates the star drive in the back. And if I'm not mistaken, even the stand that it's sitting on will even shake and tilt and all that kind of stuff.
So you don't need a cat to make it fall on the floor.
No, this one will do it all by itself.
Excellent.
Well, Richard had to blame somebody, okay?
Yeah.
So my next question is decals. Anybody know how to print up their own decals?
What are you looking for?
Well, got a couple. I'm thinking about some of the projects I'm doing. I want some custom decals for it, like ship's name and maybe ship insignia.
Right.
Do I just need to send it? I've never done it before,
Eric,
and I don't have a printer.
Eric, you just missed him, but our guy Jerry that was on here a minute ago, he's a member over at Sci-Fi Model Action, HDA Model Works he goes by.
Okay.
He does all kinds of custom decals.
Yeah.
And I've used several of them and does really, really good work. He can make pretty much anything you want.
Yeah, I've seen some of Jerry's decals. He does real good. Real
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
If you send me his message or something, I just found out I can actually get messages through this thing now. So.
Well, are you a member? Are you a member of the Sci-Fi Model Action?
Don't think so.
What?
Uh-oh.
Hey.
Well, come on over, Eric, and sign up. It won't cost you a dime.
I'm not
There's all
sure.
kinds of
There's
all kinds of resources over there. There is a ton of resources over there, and we've got a messaging service over there too, so you can get a hold of Jerry directly.
Okay.
HDAX, right? That's Jerry.
Yeah, I forgot to get a Sci-Fi Model Action plug-in, so www.scifimodelaction.com, everybody.
Yeah, and you're supposed to be our leader, really?
Yeah, boy, I'm slipping.
He's a member of the Fakali tribe.
Yeah, well, I've been keeping up with a whole lot of my internet fun stuff lately. Too much work, not enough time.
Yeah, unfortunately that happens to all of us, but we try to get in our modeling whenever we can.
Yeah, I forgot to plug my YouTube channel. Mindless Model Works, all one word. It's
Very
it's
cool,
growing.
Kenny.
It's growing. So
That's good.
Okay, I'm
not
just going to
used
say this. Anybody got a model channel, YouTube channel they want to plug, send me a message. I'm not going to remember this if I get home and get some sleep.
Yeah, I asked you this before, but I got cut off, so I got actually thrown off. Did you get my package yet?
no, I haven't received anything yet.
No, huh? I sent it about a week ago to you. You should have got it. Huh.
Yep. It should be here by the end of the week if you send it out. Maybe within a day or two. So.
Okay.
If not, I'm coming up there.
More than welcome. I got two spare bedrooms, buddy.
And I'm not leaving with just that package. There's a chair somewhere up there that has my name on it. I've got this big truck.
Yeah, so, we lost Wally, darn it. I was just going to ask him if he's going to do a step-by-step video of the build-up of that chair, so we could maybe see how we could build our own. I'm not that good with woodworking, but for something like that, I might give it a try.
He's coming back. He's coming back.
There he is.
I keep getting kicked off.
Yeah, it's this Google thing.
You need to tell
It's
Grandma
not
she needs to
most
crank it a little
stable.
faster.
Or something.
Wally, just before we left, I was going to ask you, are you going to document the buildup of that chair on your YouTube channel so that some of us less talented with woodwork would be able to maybe have a go at it?
I think he's muted again.
You're muted again, Wally.
It's hard. They don't make it easy on this channel. I got 3 up there now on that chair. So
Oh, good.
And then this week I'm going to be throwing a couple more up there. It's almost done, so, but it's pretty basic to do. If you guys, at one point I was
So
able
you
to,
say.
eh, right tools and the right. Just take your time with it, like anything else. It's just a big model kit. That's all it is.
Yeah, I'm the kind of guy that I measure twice and cut about 5 or 6 times.
Well, they are for sale if anybody would like one.
Well, that too. Yeah. Do you take credit cards or what do you call it, installment payments, Wally?
Yeah, I got PayPal.
Oh yeah, he
I got
takes 2
PayPal, yeah,
payments. He takes 2 payments. You pay him half when you get there, and you pay him the other half before you leave.
Okay. That's probably pretty smart.
You can make payments all you want.
It would cost a good buck to ship it, I'll tell you that. You'd have to pick it up or you'd have to go by truck.
Yeah, I
That's
can't even
damn
imagine.
sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it getting where it's going in one piece, something like that.
Well, the base and the chair are 2 different pieces.
Yeah.
The chair looks up.
So it's already broken before you ship it.
I'm no small guy, and I fit in it, and I can stand on it. It gets close. Now it works. But I did send you an email this afternoon. That link we talked about.
Did you? Okay. I will check that before I retire for the evening.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to put the sound in it yet and everything else before I finish it up.
Very cool.
I need to check out your channel, Wally, and see what you did with the base for that TOS Enterprise. That was coming along nicely the last time I seen it.
If I can get this camera to work and everything, I could stay on with you guys, I can spin the camera around and maybe get a shot of it for you guys. Because my lovely wife, like I said last week, lets me put it in my living room, or my front room. My family room, I should say.
There she is.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that turned out so nice.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Yeah, very good job on that.
And make that 3 things I'm coming up there for.
Well, the chair's going in the front room, and this is in the family room, so you're going to have to run the gambit to get to them.
You'll never know I was there. You'll wake up the next morning, and I'll be like Santa Claus, only I'm not leaving things. You walk in, it's like, hell, Kenny was here.
When he did.
Kenny the Ninja.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
Only if you knew.
Well, what's everybody got planned? What's your next build gonna be there, Adam? Since it looked like you're getting pretty close to the end.
Yeah, actually I got another one of these Macross kits that I like to do. It's even more complex than this one I just showed you guys. Anyway, let me show you the box here. Hold on. And any of you that watched Robotech in the mid-'80s, that's actually where it's from. That's the American title. Here's the box that it's in.
Oh boy, look at that.
Very similar.
Pretty cool. Yeah, pretty cool.
Here's your fighter. It's kind of loosely based on F-14. And of course, here's the guy it's supposed to transform into. The difference between this little guy here, and I got this wheels on, is that he comes with little hands, but you have to pluck them off, and then you go ahead and start changing it back to wherever you're going to go do. And the landing gear you have to take off. They don't retract or anything like that. So you replace the wheel cover doors, and you continue going where you're going to go. But on this one, everything's self-contained. So if you want to go from the airplane to the robot, everything folds in, and when you get ready to flip his hands out, you undo a little door, and his hands come out, feet fold out, so you don't have to disassemble anything. and there's quite a bit more to it. So that'll be another slow one.
Very interesting, Adam. Thanks for sharing that. That's pretty cool.
Nothing
Looks like you've
to
got
it.
kind of a taste for those things now.
Well, I always have. Back in the early to mid '80s, we were watching that stuff, and we were fortunate enough to get it on cable here in this part of the country. And what thoroughly fascinated me was, this was before GoBots and Transformers, was just the fact that you had a vehicle that had 3 different modes. And I've been hooked ever since. I just hadn't able to find a decent kit since those days until now. So they kind of run neck and neck with Trek.
Yeah, they're re-releasing
cool.
a lot of those kits, aren't they?
Well, not just re-released. They're new tool. Bandai puts them out now. It's the same company that does the Gundam, if you guys are familiar with that. And I've never built Bandai before, and Boy knows what I'm talking about. He's got a few Bandai kits himself. They're a much, much superior quality as far as real dinky, intricate stuff. So that's what they're real good at. And on these, they're really good at. The only thing I can say is the more moving parts they've got, the more fragile they are. So you can't really, play around with them too much. You'll break them.
All right. Sounds
They're
like
just so
experience
super
talking.
detailed, right?
Oh my goodness, yes. I mean, it's hard to see on a cam. I'm gonna put pictures on the forum at some point. But I don't know if you can get a glimpse of this. But the wings, of course, you can do that. You can go to supersonic flight, and let's just say if you wanted to store it on a carrier, they fold up like a Corsair.
Wow, pretty cool. Yeah.
And
Geez, they've got a lot of articulation in those things.
you have no idea. Here's, just to give you a preview, this is the foot, which is actually the engine nozzle.
Wow.
And of course, you got to go further to show more, but even these little doors right here close up. When you pluck that off, you can close it up. It looks like it's retracted. So, yeah.
Very neat, Adam.
Thank you.
Very cool, Adam.
He's a robot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, when he's on the carrier, you just say, "Hey, go stand in the corner."
And he'll do it.
Yeah. Don't have to worry about anything folding
Or-
up. I think I told you go stand in the corner.
Well, he's big enough too, like where if the carrier's engines quits, he can always start rolling or something too.
Go.
Make yourself useful.
You
Earn your
have to
keep.
just grab hold of it and turn on the engine.
Right.
Yeah, that
Get
too.
power.
That would work too.
That's it. Why don't you go hang off the back of the ship, and let's go.
Hey, the only thing you got to work for is fog every once in a while.
Here's some beans. Get busy.
Well, hey, I just thought of something, Richard. This thing called Amazing Plastic going on. Why don't you tell us about that a little bit? I just about forgot to mention that.
Okay, well, Amazing Plastic is a community currently on Google Plus for anybody building whatever you want to build. If it's a plastic model kit or it's a scratch build, come and share with us over at Amazing Plastic. What Amazing Plastic community is actually doing is helping to feed a brand new show that I'm putting together with the help of Simon Merks, our good friend Boyd Compton, and Steve Neal will be a guest every once in a while when his time permits, and we'll be discussing how to build scale models. Everything from the tools to start with right up to expert stuff like lighting and proper masking techniques and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to try and cover the gambit of all types of models, whether it be cars, trains, planes, military, or sci-fi and fantasy.
Nice.
Awesome.
Very cool, Richard.
Yeah, and I want to thank you for giving me an invite to that.
Well, you're more than welcome, Kenny. All I ask is that you guys spread the word and share what you're doing. It gives
Absolutely.
me something to talk about on the show when we start the show.
Well, that's great. It's all about getting out the word, Richard. It sounds like it's going to be really cool, and I'm pleased to be involved with it. I know Ralph there is going to be involved
Yep.
too, and feature a lot of the things that he's working on.
We are going to exclusively feature Tenant Controls lighting systems on the show. Ralph has been kind enough to be the first guy to jump in blind with us and say, you know, I really like the idea, so, you know, I'm here to support you guys. So I two thumbs up to Ralph and Tenant Controls. I can't thank you guys enough for coming to the table first.
Absolutely.
No problem. Love to do it.
It's all
Bravo,
about
Ralph.
promoting the hobby in the long run. So
Right. Very cool. Well, yeah, I think a lot of people will be very interested in that, and I'm really excited. I hope it does really well. It's all about, like I said, getting the word out there and helping to grow this hobby and showing people that you don't have to jump into it with both feet. You can get, you can buy a kit or something like that and get started and sort of build up from there. I get a lot of questions asked of me, about how expensive is it and things like that, and I always tell them that you can basically buy one model kit and just go out and buy what you need to build that specific kit, and work on it. Take your time on it. If you find that you're having a good time and you enjoy it, you can go on from there. Buy more tools later. But once you get the tools acquired and everything, and some basic supplies that you need, really all you're renewing is your, things like your paint and your cement and sandpaper and your disposable items. But your tools that you will accumulate will last you forever. So
yeah,
it's not an ongoing expansion. You can spread it out over time. You don't have to buy everything all at once. And
it's like the dental acrylic. I have 3 pounds of it coming. I don't know when I'm going to use all of it. So it's a one-time. It's expensive. I will give that, but it's a one-time cost if you're getting into Windows and clear parts.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. There's some things that you buy once, and there's some things that you have to keep us on hand on supply, like paint, glue, blades for knives. But the knife itself, in fact, the knife I cut myself with, or stabbed myself with, I've had for 25 years.
You just won't let that go, will you?
No, that's making me famous.
Now you have had a tetanus shot, right?
It's
but I
stuck,
don't remember when.
stuck with you all these years, right?
It's stuck with me all these years. Oh, good fun.
Yeah. Eli folks will be here all week.
I'm sorry, I talked over you there.
What's that?
I was talking over Boyd for a second. Sorry, Boyd.
Oh, that's okay. I was just saying, if you like the jokes, we'll be here all week.
One thing I want to add to the folks here in the room that are part of the Amazing Plastic community right now, please submit your builds to us. If you're doing a little video, we'd love to have that as well, and we can feature it on the show when the show launches in October. Because we want to feature other people's builds, not just the major players in the show.
Right.
Well, I think that's really good, and yeah, I've been talking to a few of the other people out there, Richard. I'll get back to you on that, but I'm talking to people that I know. There are channels that I follow that are doing a lot of stuff other than sci-fi, figures and cars and things like that. Yeah. So
we got a few car guys now on Amazing Plastic, which was kind of cool, and guys that have other interests like in military vehicles, and we got one guy, Neil, who's actually doing a scratch build of a bike.
A bicycle?
Very cool.
No, a motorcycle.
Motorcycle, okay.
Well, that's great because the modeling world is huge. I mean, there are so many subjects out there, and surely you can find something that'll interest you.
Yeah, I know a lady at a coffee shop whose best girlfriend husband paints the little tiny figurines, and I'm trying to get a hold of him to join Amazing Plastics. And what happened to him was he got laid off, and in his depression he started painting these little figures, and now he's selling them, for hundreds and thousands of dollars, depending on what it is. So now he's actually making a living at it just by chance.
Cool.
We'll be talking about scale miniatures like this guy right here at some point in time.
Yes, that's what this guy paints. He's very much into the history
Oh
type
yeah,
of
yeah.
history type figures, and he's done a few anime and a few fantasy ones, but he's really big on history.
Well, this guy's probably one of the ones I'm most proud of. I'm going to show him off real quick, and show off one of these characters here as well. I used to play. Well, I used to work for a company called Games Workshop. For anybody that's familiar with them, they do tabletop war games like Warhammer and Warhammer 40,000 and the Lord of the Rings games and that kind of thing. And one of my favorite games playing was a drinking game that I used to. Well, I dubbed it a drinking game because you couldn't play this game unless you were drinking.
Whatever excuse you need.
And I needed an ogre for my Blood Bowl team, so I took a HeroClix Hulk and I repainted him.
Oh wow, boy, that looks great too. Lots of detail on that little guy.
And then this was from my vampire team.
Okay. Cool.
Awesome.
Huh? I was gonna
But
ask
now that I've showed you I can do little guys, now I'm doing big stuff.
you work on the one up behind the kitchen. It's a sit again. Drive.
And, each week we're going to highlight, different people's YouTube channels as well to go check out to get more information about different kinds of builds, and we really want to make this community driven and really make it something for everybody, because what I find is happening, and Boyd, you can probably attest to this, that a lot of the younger builders aren't really there anymore. It's all old guys like us. The guys that did models when we were kids, but the new kids aren't really coming into it. So part of the mission of the show is to bring this to a very wide audience and be able to re-energize some of these younger builders, or maybe spark some interest in building scale models, and then they can carry on the legacy.
Absolutely, yeah, that's what it's all about. Yep. And I just wanted to mention something. I kind of shared this story before, but I got a really nice message one day from a gentleman that's in the military, and he's actually organized a group of people. They're wounded veterans that are back here in the States recovering from their wounds from Iraq and Afghanistan and things like that. And what they've started to do is he started a program where the guys in that system over there are building model kits, and they're using it as sort of a motor skills recovery program, and just a general, give them something to work on. And I mean, it just was really nice to hear that some of the stuff that we've all been doing as far as promoting the hobby is what gave him the idea to start that program over there. And apparently it's doing very, very well. And they're actually, what they're doing is they'll build the kits over there, and then they will sell them, and the money that they generate from that goes back to the relief fund for helping some of the recovery effort for these guys, and getting some of the things that they need back to their normal lives and everything like that. So it's just really, really good to hear like that, and just shows you another avenue or another way that this hobby is beneficial to people, and good for the nerves and things like that. So that's just another example of a way that you can look at it.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, not only is it kind of physical, it's mental as well.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Keeps them occupied instead of thinking on the horrors of the war.
Right. It cuts down on depression.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep. And I've gotten some pictures of some of the models and stuff, and we talked about this before, Richard, but I'm going to get some of that stuff over there on the community, and hopefully get these people involved with that as well.
Hey, I want to say congratulations, Boyd, on the community that you created. Man, you're growing fast, dude.
Oh, thank you, Richard. Yeah, we're the sci-fi action community is a place where you guys can, people out there can come and find that over there we're just a bunch of friendly modelers, and we're not all about the, if you want to use the term rivet counting, where you have to come over there and build everything perfectly accurate, or you're going to get criticized or whatever. It's just all about building what you have for your own vision of your models, and there's people over there offering advice and support, and we're all sharing our builds and sharing a lot of information about where we're getting this stuff from and the tools and techniques we're using, upcoming modeling events, all kinds of stuff like that. So I'm just, the community's just a little over a year old, and I'm just really happy with how it's doing, and I think the word's getting out about the type of community that we run over there, and I think that's the main reason going like it is. So
Right.
again, everyone's welcome, and it's a free community. It doesn't cost you anything, and I think you'll find a lot of resources there if you guys are interested in checking it out.
It's a great board. I mean, I love it.
Yeah, I found some great information over at Sci-Fi Model Action.
I like it so well. You guys put up with me. Why shouldn't I like it?
Well, Kenny, I think you've demonstrated tonight why our community is doing so well over there. One of the members over there that you are. I mean, we're all a bunch of friendly people. We enjoy it. It's all about the fun of the hobby and not the stress of the hobby, and so
right.
It's a great way to look at it.
Thank you, board. I appreciate that. Like I say, I love it. I get on there every chance I get.
Good place to find out a lot of upcoming and new things. In fact, mentioning Ralph there again at Tenant Controls, Ralph regularly posts over there when he's got some news about an upcoming product he's releasing and things like, along with many others. Paul over at Paragraphics is posting over there, and several others, and we just got a nice mention over at the Round 2 website. One of our members, Garb, did a really beautiful build of the Polar Lights 350 scale Enterprise refit, which he probably has the most detailed page-by-page build-up that you'll ever see anywhere on that model, and did a fantastic job on it. It's actually featured over there at Round 2 on one of their blogs, and they gave us a nice mention over there, so that was pretty cool.
That'll generate some members?
Sure.
Here's an update for you.
That's a LaForge visor.
Yeah, I started about a week ago.
That looks great,
Yeah.
Wally. Looks
Wally,
just
what
like
did
it.
your wife say about stealing her hairbands?
They weren't hers.
I'm with
Oh.
you. With you.
I just didn't
What
want
is
you
that
to get
made
into
out of?
trouble.
Is that metal?
Yeah, this is aluminum and brass.
Very nice.
I got it all polished up this week, or a couple days ago.
So how's it attached?
What, the visor?
Yes, the brass piece into the aluminum.
They're just glued onto the back. And right now I
Okay.
got the pieces that form in. These are all foam. They don't cut you. And I got to fill this in
Can
now.
I see the inside of the visor?
Very cool.
Okay,
Nice.
nice.
Oh, hey.
That's wicked.
Have you thought about giving some? How's this structurally?
Oh, it's sound. This thing is
Okay.
heavy. I use it for a paperweight if I wanted to. So no, it's
Now, would somebody be able to wear that, or how does it actually attach to your head, or it'll just kind of sit there with pressure, or it's got a
these
strap
guys-
that holds it on, or?
the original one had a bungee cord on the back.
Okay.
But this one I made where you can bend the ends in, and I'll hold these. I haven't put this one on because I just glued these in, epoxied them in, I should say. But it should fit.
Well, yours is a lot better than mine.
That's
I couldn't get mine on my face.
cool. It looks just like it too. Looks
Man, we
really
need to
good.
somebody take a picture of Wally with that thing on.
Well,
All right,
Wally,
hang
I'll
on,
tell
Wally. Don't move.
All right. As long as I don't get thrown off again.
I got you.
you. Okay, Wally, I'll tell you this. If you ever
Yeah.
go to a convention, Jordy, the actor who played Jordy Ford, he'd be more than happy to put that on and take a picture with you.
That'd be cool to do. I'd have him sign it.
Yeah, oh, he's
Barber.
very nice.
Oh, shoot, I didn't get the picture, Wally. Where'd you
Okay,
go?
hold on. I
I
opened the
thought it took
catch.
a picture, but it didn't.
I don't know. It looks like
Yeah,
somebody got. What? Everybody's taking pictures.
Here, I can do it again.
all I'm seeing is your logo now, Wally. I'm not seeing any video on you.
Oh, geez, let's see here.
Grandma falling down on the job again?
No, he got power.
Let's see here. Grandma wants her jack out in front, that's all.
No, I think your video just went out.
I don't know why. All right, give me a sec. I'll restart this thing. Oh, wait.
Yeah, you might have to.
Anybody that hasn't read Paul Olson's book, I'm almost finished it. I highly recommend you read his book, Building the Enterprise.
Okay, you're back, Wally.
Okay.
And it looks like everyone wants to take a picture.
We'll get back to that in a second, Richard.
Yep. Here we go.
Yeah, we got to get this picture. Wally may
Okay,
not
here
be
we go. Hold still, Wally. Hold still. Gotcha.
All right.
Listen to all them cameras going off. I love it, Wally. That's really cool.
It should be done tomorrow, actually. Get all the stove on there and filled in. So then I'll see about making them for the guys if they want them. So.
When I made mine, my fingers hurt for 2 stinking weeks. I didn't think my forefinger and thumb. I didn't think I was going to get the feeling back in them.
Uh-oh.
This is actually really easy to build. I mean, it took me a 3 days
Wow.
to cut it out and everything, and cut the rods, and then another day to put it all together. So I put it on the jigsaw and cut out the aluminum. Then I sat here and cut the. There's 52 individual rods in here, so I had to cut them. Then just glued it together, put it together, and got the pattern for the inside. The pattern actually all the patterns are available online. That's where I found them. So,
Well, it turned out really, really nice. Looks great.
thank you.
Because the first one they used in the first pilot was actually a hair comb.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
ones
well-
that women put around their hair to hold them in those French kind of bun things.
Right. Yep. I remember reading something about that.
They said there was 2 different versions
Have
of
to
it.
plug out. It was nice listening to all you guys, and I'll catch up with you guys next week.
Take care,
Ralph,
Ralph.
I'll be talking to you early
Take
next
care.
week. I'll give you a call.
Keep up the
Take
great
care.
work, buddy. We love what you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll talk to you.
Take
So
care.
two things I want to recommend to the guys in the group right now. If you haven't read Paul Olson's book, and if you don't know who Paul Olson is, he's the guy who created all the Aztecing on the Enterprise refit for the motion picture. He put out a book called Creating the Enterprise. It's a wonderful book. There's some talk about the Enterprise in there, but it's mostly about his life that led up to his doing the work and a little bit after, and now that he's on the convention circuit and that kind of stuff. But there's a little bit of painting information at the back. And one of the things that he references is a CD painting guide put out by TrekModeler.com. I won't show my address to everybody, but if you go to TrekModeler.com, they have a wonderful 154-page painting guide that you can purchase, and it's well worth the money if you're looking to make the most accurate paint job you can on a 350 refit or the 22-inch refit. That's my pitch for the day.
Very good, Richard. I was going to add to that a little bit, and that's a weird coincidence. I just received an email today from Paul, and Paul had released or is in the process of. He's sending me the updated book. They've added 186 pages to it.
Wow.
And basically, what it was is, over the summer, he lives in England now, and over the summer he came to California, and he had a meeting with a bunch of the old hats from the original motion picture, including Richard Taylor and a few other guys that actually worked in the model shop on the refit, and he's got some much more detailed information about there on picking their brains on what they recalled on how everything went and the overall construction of the model, the painting of the model. So his re-release of the book, if you go back to his website, you can go and see the information about it there. And what he asked me to tell everybody, too, was that if you purchase the book, there is a link that will unlock in there that actually has the videos of all of his interviews with the guys that worked on the model with him in the model department.
Yep.
From Star Trek: The Motion Picture.
Wow, that's nice.
So, guys, check that out if you're interested in it. And we're planning on one of the hangouts here, guys. I've been speaking with him. We're going to get Paul on with us one of these nights. He's agreed to do it, and we're going to have a nice question and answer session with him on here. So I'm really excited about that.
With him for the show.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I think he's open to stuff like that. He's
cool.
He's at a period now, I think, where he's having a lot of fun reminiscing about the work that he did back then and everything. So, in fact, you're probably aware he mentioned in his book that it was only just a year or two ago that he attended his very first Star Trek convention, and he really had a great time with it. So he's kind of rediscovered the whole thing, so it's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Okay, gentlemen.
All right, guys. Anybody else have anything else they want to kick in or anything? Because we're getting on about 9 o'clock here. I think we're getting close to wrapping things up.
Yep. I got to go. Well, it was good talking to you guys, and thanks, Boyd, for having the hangout. I got a lot of good information and a lot of encouragement, just the same. So we'll see you folks later.
Okay, Jack.
Jack,
Glad you made it tonight, and come back again, buddy.
Well, I got here late, so I had to watch Big Brother with my wife.
That's okay. Lloyd got here late too.
You should have watched Arrow instead. It was much better.
I had a hard time getting the Google. I had to reload my plug-in and everything to get it going. I apologize for getting off to a little bit of a late start, but.
Well, just so you guys know, Google has updated the Google Hangout on air. So now you have the option of going on air in HD instead of standard definition.
Oh boy, that'll eat up even more bandwidth. Great.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, we're having a hard time now.
Yeah, we've already have people having a hard time now, so we'll see. I'm actually checking out another program they have out there called AnyMeeting, which is it's another web hosting service. It's a free one. But the problem with it is that you've got to manually invite everybody into it with, sending emails. And the one nice feature that Google has is that you can send out a call, and anybody that's in your circle is getting an invitation. So we'll have to see how it works out. I tested it out the other night, and it seems to work pretty good. But it's going to be more difficult to get the word out to everybody on that and how to get there and everything. But we'll see how it works out.
Steve Neal had that on Sunday night, and I could not get on for nothing.
Well, the one that Steve Neal is using, to be perfectly honest with you, is not the best thing to be using for what we do. It only allows for
is that the same program? Is that AnyMeeting?
Yes.
Okay. Well then.
Yeah. It only allows for 6 cameras. Only the host can share files and pictures and screen grabs and that kind of stuff. Nobody else can. But you can have up to 200 people in your chat room.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the reason I was looking at it, is because I was under the assumption that you could get up to 20 people in there on camera, but apparently not. No. So I guess it's not even worth looking at then. That's less people than we can get in here now. We can get 10 in here now.
But what happens if all those 200 people start to talk at the same time?
Yeah, it'd be a mess.
Chaotic. I just think Rich needs to go full. Just start a television station. That's all.
Oh, you want me to start a television station? Yeah, I haven't got that kind of money, Wally. See, I'm so poor, I don't even have sleeves on my T-shirt.
I got feel like that. Trust me, I got shirts like that too.
Okay, guys, I'm going to call this one a wrap. I sure appreciate everybody showing up. We're going to be doing this regularly on Wednesday nights,
Okay.
7 o'clock p.m. And I hope you guys had a good time. I hope we shared some good information, and appreciate you guys being on.
Sounds good.
Thanks for having us.
All right, good night,
Okay.
guys.
Thanks, Boyd.
Good night.
I'll talk to you guys later.
Okay.
Take care, guys.
Good night, everyone. Take care out there, and happy modeling, everybody.
See ya.
What is going on?